insects and animals, not mosquitoes. Some insects and animals, not mosquitoes though. The new biosphere needs to be maintained to prevent it from falling out of balance. If plants grow too quickly and absorb too much carbon dioxide, the planet cools down too much. If key species die out, we could see populations collapse faster than they could recover. On Earth, other species would move in to fill the void, but our Martian biosphere is not as flexible. It takes hundreds, if not thousands of years before Mars becomes a stable environment. But eventually, the planet will have the potential to sustain large human colonies. With air, water and food available, we can finally call Mars, black, blue and green, our home. A giant volcanic island in space. Will it last though? Challenge 3, the long-term future. There is a problem we haven't addressed. Mars's core does not produce a magnetic field, so it doesn't have enough protection from solar radiation or cosmic rays. This becomes dangerous for the long-term health of Martian populations. So, as a final step, we need an artificial magnetic field. It doesn't have to be huge like Earth's, it just needs to deflect the solar wind enough so that it doesn't touch Mars. The easiest way is to construct a magnetic umbrella far ahead of Mars that splashes the solar wind to the sides. A big superconducting ring powered by nuclear facilities is all it takes. It would orbit at the Mars-Sun L1 point, keeping it constantly in between the Sun and Mars and protect the new atmosphere. And that's it. Terraforming Mars would take some work, hefty resources, and probably a century or 10, but it would be the first time we've lived in a home designed and shaped solely by us and for us. A first step towards our future among the stars. The first step that we can already take down here on Earth is learning more about the physics and biology needed for such a project. To help you with that, we've created
How to terraform Uranus.
Well, that would be pointless. What's up, Corey? Did you do any races today? I just got home.
Yeah, and I don't want to talk about it.
Oh,
supernovae are the most powerful explosions in the universe, unleashing enough energy to outshine galaxies.
Well, let me cheer you up with some knowledge and science.
We have no real metaphor for their power. If the sun were to magically go supernova, it would feel like you were being hit by the energy of a nuclear explosion every second for weeks. While supernovae are the engines of creation, forging the elements that enable life, they also burn sterile whole regions of galaxies. So what would happen if one hit Earth?
I love the series so much.
There are
takes them like
2 ways to make
6 to 9 months to make one of these videos.
Core of a massive star in
yeah, no shit, no joking. Like it takes anywhere from 600 to 1200 hours to make one of these videos. Like that's insane.
Or less common, a white dwarf
and they're free on
gains
YouTube.
mass to the point where it ignites explosive nuclear fusion. The outcome is the same, a supernova explosion. When we think of an explosion on Earth, we think of something that happens fast and ends. But a supernova is more like a volcanic eruption followed by a tsunami. At first, there's a colorful ball of hot, expanding gas, creating a spectacular cloud that will shine for about a month. But then, it doesn't stop. Hot and dangerous gas rushes outwards at speeds of 10,000 kilometers a second through the near vacuum of space, sweeping up the sparse gas of the galaxy. This wall of gas expands for tens of thousands of years and will eventually span up to dozens of light years until it finally cools off and disperses its substance back into the galaxy. So what if this star tsunami hits us? Well, the damage depends on how far away it is. Stage 1, thousands of light years away. Humans have witnessed dozens of supernovae, but all of them were thousands of light years away. They appeared as new stars, some outshining the moon, twinkling for a few weeks and disappearing. Aside from looking very pretty at this distance, they don't do much to us. Stage 2, 300 light-years away. Things begin to get a bit icky once a supernova occurs around 300 light-years away. We can expect one this close to us every few million years. A single star giving the night sky an eerie glow like twilight. And while this is far enough away and dim enough to not do harm to us, they can affect the Earth. At these distances, it's like being hit by the last weak waves of the star tsunami. Not strong enough to do real damage, but still noticeable. In fact, we know that over the past 10 million years, multiple supernovae have struck Earth from these distances because we can find radioactive isotopes of iron deep in the rocks and sediments at the bottom of the ocean. Amazingly, these supernovae around the solar system have cleared a 1,000 light-year wide pocket of space that's called the local bubble. They blew away the interstellar gas and dust, creating a lumpy wall of gas that's now a cradle for star formation. Stage 3, 150 light-years away. Once a supernova happens much closer than 300 light-years, we're approaching the zone where it does
Music's like
real
ramping
damage.
up. I love this show so much.
Stars have extremely powerful magnetic fields. When they die, the tsunami of dead star actually retains a lot of this magnetic energy woven through the shockwave that expands outwards. In this highly magnetized cloud, we get conditions like in a huge particle accelerator that's accelerating charged particles like protons, nuclei, and electrons to immense speeds, which means we have an expanding cloud that is shooting deadly radiation in all directions long after the bright light from the initial explosion has faded away. If a supernova happens too close by, waves of these cosmic rays will wash over the solar system for thousands of years. While we're mostly protected on Earth's surface by the atmosphere and ozone layer, the influx of extra radiation will still increase cancer and mutation rates. Not enough to cause a mass extinction, but it will be noticeable. Spaceflight would become impossible in the solar system as astronauts wouldn't survive the waves of radiation for long. We don't know exactly how bad this would be, but a supernova that is close enough may trap our species on Earth for generations, maybe thousands of years. It only gets worse from here. Stage 4, closer than 100 light-years. Within 100 light-years, things get bad, as a supernova disrupts our climate in ways that we don't fully understand yet. There are a few unpleasant things happening all one after another. First, the high-energy photons arrive from the explosion, followed by many decades of radiation from the radioactive tsunami, both of which seriously damage the ozone layer, Earth's shield against harmful radiation. The ozone layer absorbs ultraviolet radiation by breaking apart ozone, O3, into O2 and a free oxygen atom, which later reforms back into another ozone molecule. But the supernova radiation breaks up nitrogen molecules that gobble up the free oxygen, breaking the cycle and depleting the ozone layer quickly. Without a radiation shield, everybody living on the surface is exposed to very high levels of UV radiation from our sun. Cancer rates would skyrocket, and just going outside during the day could be life-threatening. The extra radiation would also kill a lot, if not most, of the plankton in the oceans that live near the surface and are the basis for the marine food chains, leading to a mass extinction. Worse still, supernova radiation would ionize gas in the atmosphere, which means that it would punch through molecules and knock electrons off nuclei, leaving them charged. These charged nuclei then act as seeds for water vapor to gather and form massive global clouds. In the worst case, they would reflect enough sunlight to trigger an ice age. In fact, it's thought that the Ice Age 2.5 million years ago was caused by a supernova. Some scientists even think that a supernova about 60 light-years away might have been the cause of the Devonian mass extinction 350 million years ago. But wait, there's more. The electrons punched free by the radiation form enormous electric avalanches, or in other words, lightning. Earth is hit by some of the worst thunderstorms in millions of years. The intense lightning causes global wildfires that consume forests and crops, devastate cities, disrupt our electrical grids and global supply chains, all while a decimated ozone layer leaks deadly radiation. While in the past the ecosystem may have bounced back from a nearby supernova after a few thousand or million years, there's no guarantee modern civilization can take a hit of this magnitude. We would face food shortages, skyrocketing prices, and wars as nations struggle to not be consumed by chaos. So a supernova this close would at the very least do significant damage for hundreds or thousands of years, if not end our modern civilization, and with it millions or even billions of lives. Still, humanity would likely survive and could recover. Stage 5, closer than 25 light-years. A supernova closer than 25 light-years means that we're in its kill radius, where a mass extinction is all but guaranteed. Probably about half of the ozone layer would be destroyed, and massive climatic disruption on a scale we've never witnessed would ravage Earth. Entire ecosystems would swiftly be wiped out by radiation as global wildfires envelop the planet. All the things described before happen, but way more intensely and much faster. A few people might survive for years in bunkers if they have food supplies, but the world they return to will be devastated and hostile to life for hundreds of thousands of years. Human extinction is extremely likely. The final stage, 4 light-years. Being any closer to a supernova is very unlikely because space is big, but the effects would be extreme. Even from 4 light-years away, the distance to Alpha Centauri, a supernova would be almost as bright as the sun in the sky. While casting 2 shadows could be fun for a few hours, within days the Earth's surface gets as hot as a sauna, baking the surface for weeks until the explosion fades. The surface of Earth burns, scoured of life. Even the oceans aren't safe. The massive amount of radiation that follows burns away the ozone layer, killing everything that sees sunlight. It would be the largest extinction event in history, reducing life to a few survivors in the deep sea and critters in the deep soil. Life basically has to start over. Conclusion. How worried do you need to be? So, should you worry? No. Fortunately, there are only a handful of stars that may explode within 1,000 light-years of Earth, and none are close enough to be a serious threat. Even better, these stars will probably not go supernova for many millions of years. So you are safe. But there's no guarantee for the far future. As stars orbit the galaxy, our descendants may find themselves dangerously close to a supernova. But by then, a far more advanced and wiser humanity will hopefully be able to just move out of the way. In any case, you can sleep well tonight, under the beautiful night sky.
Alright, I gotta pick on her up and
dream
we're gonna go to the
about
store.
understanding the physics behind this video and others, we've created a series of lessons.
So I'm gonna let this run on a playlist, and I'll be right back.
Get washers.
I'll check for them. I think we're going to Safeway. I don't think they'll have them. Otherwise, I have 2 days off, so I'm gonna do it on my days off for sure. I'll look, but that'd be unlikely. Let's see. Oh, they have like, wow. Let's put this one on.
Imagine NASA announced today that they found aliens. Bacteria on Mars, weird alien fish in the oceans of Europa, and also ancient alien ruins on Titan. Wouldn't that be great? Well, no. It would be horrible news. Devastating even. It could mean that the end of humanity is almost certain and that it might be coming soon. Why? Why would the most exciting discovery of our lifetime be bad? Let us imagine the development of life from its inception to us today as a flight of stairs. The first step is dead chemistry that needs to assemble itself into self-replicating patterns, stable and resilient, but also able to change and evolve. The second step is for our early life to become more complex, able to build more complicated structures, and use the available energy much more efficiently. On the next step, these cells combine to become multicellular beings, enabling unbelievable variety and further complexity. The step above sees the species evolve big brains, enabling the use of tools, culture, and shared knowledge, which creates even higher complexity. The species can now become the dominant life form on its planet and change it according to its needs. First, shy attempts to leave its planet are happening. This is where we are now. It's in the nature of life as we know it to reach out, to cover every niche it can. And since planets have a limited carrying capacity and lifespan, if a species wants to survive, it will look for more places to spread to. So the steps above the current ones seem logical. Colonize your own solar system, then spread further to reach other stars, to the possible final step, becoming a galaxy-wide civilization. It's very likely that this is a universal principle for civilizations, no matter where they're from. If a species is competitive and driven enough to take control over its planet, they'll probably not stop there. We know that there are up to 500 billion planets in the Milky Way, at least 10 billion Earth-like planets. Many have been around billions of years longer than Earth. But we're observing 0 galactic civilizations. We should be able to see something, but there's nothing. Space seems to be empty and dead. This means something is preventing living things from climbing the staircase beyond the step we're on right now. Something that makes becoming a galactic civilization extremely hard, maybe impossible. This is the Great Filter, a challenge or danger so hard to overcome that it eliminates almost every species that encounters it. There are 2 scenarios. One means we are incredibly special and lucky. The other one means we are doomed and practically already dead. It depends on where the filter is on our staircase. Behind or ahead of us. Scenario 1. The filter is behind us. We are the first. If the filter is behind us, that means that one of the steps we passed is almost impossible to take. Which step could it be? Is life itself extremely rare? It's very hard to make predictions about how likely it is for life to emerge from dead things. There is no consensus. Some scientists think it develops everywhere where the conditions are right. Others think that Earth might be the only living place in the universe. Another candidate is the step of complex animal cells. A very specific thing happened on this step, and as far as we know, it happened exactly once. A primitive hunter cell swallowed another cell, but instead of devouring it, the 2 cells formed a union. The bigger cell provided shelter, took care of interacting with the environment and providing resources, while the smaller one used its new home and free stuff to focus on providing a lot of extra energy for its host. With the abundant energy, the host cell could grow more than before and build new and expensive things to improve itself, while the guest became the powerhouse of the cell. These cells make up every animal on the planet. Maybe there are billions of bacteria-covered planets in the Milky Way, but not a single one, apart from us, has achieved our level of complexity. Or intelligence. We humans feel very smart and sophisticated with our crossword puzzles and romantic novels, but a big brain is, first and foremost, a very expensive evolutionary investment. They are fragile. They don't help in a fistfight with a bear. They cost enormous amounts of energy. And despite them, it took modern humans 200,000 years to get from sharp sticks to civilization. Being smart does not mean you get to win automatically. Maybe intelligence is just not so great, and we're lucky that it worked out for us. Scenario 2. The filter is ahead of us. Plenty of others died already. A great filter before us is orders of magnitude more dangerous than anything we encountered so far. Even if a major disaster killed most of us or threw us back thousands of years, we would survive and recover. And if we can recover, even if it takes 1,000,000 years, then it's not a great filter, but just a roadblock to an eventual galactic civilization. On universal timescales, even millions of years are just the blink of an eye. If a great filter really lies before us, it has to be so dangerous, so purely devastating and powerful that it has destroyed most, if not all, advanced civilizations in our galaxy over billions of years. A really daunting and depressing hypothesis is that once a species takes control over its planet, it's already on the path to self-destruction. Technology is a good way to achieve that. It needs to be something that's so obvious that virtually everybody discovers it, and so dangerous that its discovery leads almost universally to an existential disaster. A large-scale nuclear war, nanotechnology that gets out of control, genetic engineering of the perfect superbug, an experiment that lights the whole atmosphere on fire. It might be a super-intelligent AI that accidentally or purposely destroys its creators. or things that we can't even see coming right now. Or it's way simpler. Species competitive enough to take over their planet necessarily destroy it while competing with each other for resources. Maybe there are runaway chain reactions in every ecosystem that once set in motion are not fixable. And so once a civilization is powerful enough to change the composition of its atmosphere, they make their planet uninhabitable 100% of the time. Let's hope that that's not the case. If the filter is ahead of us, our odds are really bad. What we can hope for. This is why finding life beyond Earth would be horrible. The more common life is in the universe, and the more advanced and complex it is, the more likely it becomes that a filter is in front of us. Bacteria would be bad, small animals would be worse, intelligent life would be alarming. Ruins of ancient alien civilizations would be horrible. The best case scenario for us right now is that Mars is sterile, that Europa's oceans are devoid of life, and the vast arms of the Milky Way harbor only empty oceans hugging dead continents. That there are billions of empty planets waiting to be discovered and to be filled up with life. Billions of new homes waiting for us to finally arrive. How likely is it that we'll find life outside of Earth that is similar to us? Well, that depends on how many planets there are out there in their star's Goldilocks zone, the area around a star where water can be liquid. Because stars come in all sizes and configurations, this zone is different for every star system and requires a little bit of physics to figure out. If that sounds like fun to you, this quiz from Brilliant helps to break down the maths for exactly how this is calculated. Brilliant is a problem-solving website that teaches you to think like a scientist by guiding you through problems. They take concepts like these, break them up into bite-sized bits, present clear thinking in each part, and then build back up to an interesting conclusion. If you visit brilliant.org/nutshell or click the link in the description, you can sign up for free and learn all kinds of things. And as a bonus for Kurzgesagt viewers, the first 688 people will also get 20% off their annual membership. And if you do find life on other planets, it may be wise to leave them alone for a while. Human existence is scary and confusing. A few 100,000 years ago, we became conscious and found ourselves in a strange place. It was filled with other beings. We could eat some could eat us. There was liquid stuff we could drink, things we could use to make more things. The daytime sky had a tiny yellow ball that warmed our skin. The night sky was filled with beautiful lights. This place was obviously made for us. Something was watching over us. We were home. This made everything much less scary and confusing. But the older we got, the more we learned about the world and ourselves. We learned that the twinkling lights are not shining beautifully for us, they just are. We learned that we're not at the center of what we now call the universe, and that it is much, much older than we thought. We learned that we're made of many little dead things, which make up bigger things that are not dead for some reason, and that we're just another temporary stage in a history going back over 1 billion years. We learned, in awe, that we live on a moist speck of dust moving around a medium-sized star in a quiet region of one arm of an average galaxy, which is part of a galaxy group that we will never leave. And this group is only one of thousands that together make up a galaxy supercluster. But even our supercluster is only one in thousands that make up what we call the observable universe. The universe might be 1 million times bigger, but we will never know. We could throw words around like 200 billion galaxies or trillions of stars or bazillions of planets, but all of these numbers mean nothing. Our brains can't comprehend these concepts. The universe is too big. There is too much of it. But size is not the most troubling concept we have to deal with. It's time, or more precisely, the time we have. If you're lucky enough to live to 100, you have 5,200 weeks at your disposal. If you're 25 now, then you have 3,900 weeks left. If you're going to die at 70, then there are 2,340 weeks left. A lot of time, but also not really. And then what? Your biological processes will break down and the dynamic pattern that is you will stop being dynamic. It will dissolve until there is no you left. Some believe that there is a part of us we can't see or measure, but we have no way to find out. So this life might be it, and we might end up dead forever. This is less scary than it sounds though. If you don't remember the 13.75 billion years that went by before you existed, then the trillions and trillions and trillions of years that come after will pass in no time once you're gone. Close your eyes. Count to 1. That's how long forever feels. And as far as we know, in the end, the universe itself will die and nothing will ever change again. Our videos induce existential dread in many people, and the last few minutes probably haven't helped. So for once we want to offer a different way of looking at these things, an unscientific, subjective point of view, the philosophy of Kurzgesagt if you want. Please take it with a grain of salt, we don't know any more about human existence than you do. We counter existential dread with optimistic nihilism. What do we mean by that? Well, to summarize, it seems very unlikely that 200 trillion stars have been made for us. In a way, it feels like the cruelest joke in existence has been played on us. We became self-aware only to realize this story is not about us. While it is great to know about electrons and the powerhouse of the cell, science doesn't do a lot to make this less depressing. Okay, but so what? You only get one shot at life, which is scary, but it also sets you free. If the universe ends in heat death, every humiliation you suffer in your life will be forgotten. Every mistake you made will not matter in the end. Every bad thing you did will be voided. If our life is all we get to experience, then it's the only thing that matters. If the universe has no principles, the only principles relevant are the ones we decide on. If the universe has no purpose, then we get to dictate what its purpose is. Humans will most certainly cease to exist at some point. But before we do, we get to explore ourselves and the world around us. We get to experience feelings. We get to experience food, books, sunrises, and being with each other. The fact that we're even able to think about these things is already kind of incredible. It's easy to think of ourselves as separated from everything, but this is not true. We are as much the universe as a neutron star, or a black hole, or a nebula. Even better actually, we are its thinking and feeling part, the sensory organs of the universe. We are truly free in a universe-sized playground. So we might as well aim to be happy and to build some kind of utopia in the stars. It's not as if we found out everything there is to know. We don't know why the rules of the universe are as they are, how life came into existence, what life is. We have no idea what consciousness is, or if we are alone in the universe. But we can try to find some answers. There are billions of stars to visit, diseases to cure, people to help, happy feelings to be experienced, and video games to finish. There is so much to do. So wrapping up, you've probably used up a good chunk of the time available to you. If this is our one shot at life, there is no reason not to have fun and live as happily as possible. Bonus points if you make the life of other people better. More bonus points if you help build a galactic human empire. Do the things that make you feel good. You get to decide whatever this means for you. If you saw a wormhole in reality, it would appear round, spherical, a bit like a black hole. Light from the other side passes through and gives you a window to a faraway place. Once crossed, the other side comes fully into view, with your old home now receding into that shimmering spherical window. But are wormholes real, or are they just magic disguised as physics and maths? If they are real, how do they work, and where can we find them? For most of human history, we thought space was pretty simple, a big flat stage where the events of the universe unfold. Even if you take down the set of planets and stars, there's still something left. That empty stage is space, and it exists, unchanging and eternal. Einstein's theory of relativity changed that. It says that space and time make up that stage together, and they aren't the same everywhere. The things on the stage can affect the stage itself, stretching and warping it. If the old stage was like unmoving hardwood, Einstein's stage is more like a waterbed. This kind of elastic space can be bent and maybe even torn and patched together, which could make wormholes possible. Let's see what that would look like in 2D. Our universe is like a big flat sheet. Bent in just the right way, wormholes could connect two very, very distant spots with a short bridge that you could cross almost instantaneously, enabling you to travel the universe even faster than the speed of light. So, where can we find a wormhole? Presently, only on paper. General relativity says they might be possible, but that doesn't mean they have to exist. General relativity is a mathematical theory. It's a set of equations that have many possible answers, but not all maths describes reality. But they are theoretically possible, and there are different kinds. The first kind of wormholes to be theorized were Einstein-Rosen bridges. They describe every black hole as a sort of portal to an infinite parallel universe. Let's try to picture them in 2D again. Empty space-time is flat, but curved by objects on it. If we compress that object, space-time gets more curved around it. Eventually, space-time becomes so warped that it has no choice but to collapse into a black hole. A one-way barrier forms, the event horizon, which anything can enter, but nothing can escape, trapped forever at the singularity at its core. But maybe there is no singularity here. One possibility is that the other side of the event horizon looks a bit like our universe again, but mirrored upside down, where time runs backwards. In our universe, things fall into the black hole. In the parallel universe with backwards time, the mirror black hole is spewing things out a bit like a Big Bang. This is called a white hole. Unfortunately, Einstein-Rosen bridges can't actually be crossed. It takes an infinite amount of time to cross over to the opposite universe, and they crimp shut in the middle. If you go into a black hole, you won't become the stuff coming out of the white hole. You'll only become dead. So, to travel the cosmos in the blink of an eye, humans need a different kind of wormhole, a traversable wormhole. If string theory, or one of its variations, is the correct description of our universe, then we could be lucky and our universe might even have a tangled web of countless wormholes already. Shortly after the Big Bang, quantum fluctuations in the universe at the smallest scales, far, far smaller than an atom, may have created many, many traversable wormholes. Threaded through them are strings, called cosmic strings. In the first billionth of a trillionth of a second after the Big Bang, the ends of these tiny, tiny wormholes were pulled light years apart, scattering them through the universe. If wormholes were made in the early universe, whether with cosmic strings or some other way, they could be all over, just waiting to be discovered. One might even be closer than we realize. From the outside, black holes and wormholes can look very similar, leading some physicists to suggest the supermassive black holes in the center of galaxies are actually wormholes. It will be very hard to go all the way to the center of the Milky Way to find out though, but that's okay. There might be an equally extremely hard way to get our hands on a wormhole. We could try to make one. To be traversable and useful, there are a few properties we want a wormhole to have. First, it must obviously connect two distant parts of space-time, like your bedroom and the bathroom, or Earth and Jupiter. Second, it should not contain any event horizons which would block two-way travel. Third, it should be sufficiently sized so that the gravitational forces don't kill human travelers. The biggest problem we have to solve is keeping our wormholes open. No matter how we make wormholes, gravity tries to close them. Gravity wants to pinch it closed and cut the bridge, leaving only black holes at the ends. Whether it's a traversable wormhole with both ends in ours, or a wormhole to another universe, it will try to close unless we have something propping it open. For very old string theory wormholes, that's the cosmic strings job. For man-made wormholes, we need a new ingredient: exotic matter. This isn't anything like we find on Earth or even antimatter. It's something totally new and different and exciting, with crazy properties like nothing that's ever been seen before. Exotic matter is stuff that has negative mass. Positive mass, like people and planets and everything else in the universe, is attractive because of gravity. But negative mass would be repulsive. It would push you away. This makes a kind of anti-gravity that props open our wormholes. And exotic matter must exert enormous pressure to push space-time open, greater even than the pressure at the centers of neutron stars. With exotic matter, we could weave space-time however we see fit. We may even have a candidate for this exotic matter, the vacuum of space itself. Quantum fluctuations in empty space are constantly creating pairs of particles and antiparticles, only for them to be annihilated an instant later. The vacuum of space is boiling with them, and we can already manipulate them to produce an effect similar to the negative mass we're looking for. We could use this to stabilize our wormholes. Once we're keeping it open, the ends would start together, so we'd have to move them around to interesting places. We could start by wiring the solar system, leaving one end of each wormhole in orbit around the Earth. We could fling others into deep space. The Earth could be a wormhole hub for a vast interstellar human civilization spread over light years, but only a wormhole away. However, wormholes have a dark side. Even opening a single wormhole kind of breaks the universe in fundamental ways, potentially creating time travel paradoxes and violating the causal structure of the universe. Many scientists think that this not only means they should be impossible to make, but that it's impossible for them to exist at all. So for now, we only know that wormholes exist in our hearts and on paper in the form of equations. We know you want to know more about universe stuff, so we're trying something new. Kurzgesagt and Brilliant are collaborating on a 6-part video series about our favorite science and space things. Thanks to their help, there will be more videos on this channel in the next 6 months. Kurzgesagt has worked with Brilliant for a while now, and we love what they're doing. In a nutshell, Brilliant helps you to get ahead by mastering maths and science skills through actively solving challenging and fascinating problems. To support our collaboration with them, visit brilliant.org/nutshell and sign up for free today. The first 688 people that use the link will get 20% off their annual premium subscription. Everybody feels lonely from time to time. When we have no one to sit next to at lunch, when we move to a new city, or when nobody has time for us at the weekend. But over the last few decades, this occasional feeling has become chronic for millions. In the UK, 60% of 18 to 34-year-olds say they often feel lonely. In the US, 46% of the entire population feel lonely regularly. We are living in the most connected time in human history, and yet an unprecedented number of us feel isolated. Being lonely and being alone are not the same thing. You can be filled with bliss by yourself and hate every second surrounded by friends. Loneliness is a purely subjective, individual experience. If you feel lonely, you are lonely. A common stereotype is that loneliness only happens to people who don't know how to talk to people or how to behave around others. But population-based studies have shown that social skills make practically no difference for adults when it comes to social connections. Loneliness can affect everybody. Money, fame, power, beauty, social skills, a great personality. Nothing can protect you against loneliness because it's part of your biology. Loneliness is a bodily function, like hunger. Hunger makes you pay attention to your physical needs. Loneliness makes you pay attention to your social needs. Your body cares about your social needs because millions of years ago it was a great indicator of how likely you were to survive. Natural selection rewarded our ancestors for collaboration and for forming connections with each other. Our brains grew and became more and more fine-tuned to recognize what others thought and felt and to form and sustain social bonds. Being social became part of our biology. You were born into groups of 50 to 150 people, which you usually stayed with for the rest of your life. Getting enough calories, staying safe and warm, or caring for offspring was practically impossible alone. Being together meant survival. Being alone meant death. So it was crucial that you got along with others. For your ancestors, the most dangerous threat to survival was not being eaten by a lion, but not getting the social vibe of your group and being excluded. To avoid that, your body came up with social pain. Pain of this kind is an evolutionary adaptation to rejection, a sort of early warning system to make sure you stop behavior that would isolate you. Your ancestors who experienced rejection as more painful were more likely to change their behavior when they got rejected and thus stayed in the tribe, while those who did not got kicked out and most likely died. That's why rejections hurt, and even more so, why loneliness is so painful. These mechanisms for keeping us connected worked great for most of our history until humans began building a new world for themselves. The loneliness epidemic we see today really only started in the late Renaissance. Western culture began to focus on the individual. Intellectuals moved away from the collectivism of the Middle Ages, while the young Protestant theology stressed individual responsibility. This trend accelerated during the Industrial Revolution. People left their villages and fields to enter factories. Communities that had existed for hundreds of years began to dissolve, while cities grew. As our world rapidly became modern, this trend sped up more and more. Today, we move vast distances for new jobs, love and education, and leave our social net behind. We meet fewer people in person, and we meet them less often than in the past. In the US, the mean number of close friends dropped from 3 in 1985 to 2 in 2011. Most people stumble into chronic loneliness by accident. You reach adulthood and become busy with work, university, romance, kids, and Netflix. There's just not enough time. The most convenient and easy thing to sacrifice is time with friends. Until you wake up one day and realize that you feel isolated, that you yearn for close relationships. But it's hard to find close connections as adults, and so loneliness can become chronic. While humans feel pretty great about things like iPhones and spaceships, our bodies and minds are fundamentally the same they were 50,000 years ago. We are still biologically fine-tuned to being with each other. Large-scale studies have shown that the stress that comes from chronic loneliness is among the most unhealthy things we can experience as humans. It makes you age quicker, it makes cancer deadlier, Alzheimer's advance faster, your immune system's weaker. Loneliness is twice as deadly as obesity and as deadly as smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. The most dangerous thing about it is that once it becomes chronic, it can become self-sustaining. Physical and social pain use common mechanisms in your brain. Both feel like a threat, and so social pain leads to immediate and defensive behavior when it's inflicted on you. When loneliness becomes chronic, your brain goes into self-preservation mode. It starts to see danger and hostility everywhere. But that's not all. Some studies found that when you're lonely, your brain is much more receptive and alert to social signals, while at the same time, it gets worse at interpreting them correctly. You pay more attention to others, but you understand them less. The part of your brain that recognizes faces gets out of tune and becomes more likely to categorize neutral faces as hostile, which makes it distrustful of others. Loneliness makes you assume the worst about others' intentions towards you. Because of this perceived hostile world, you can become more self-centered to protect yourself, which can make you appear more cold, unfriendly, and socially awkward than you really are. If loneliness has become a strong presence in your life, the first thing you can do is to try to recognize the vicious cycle you may be trapped in. It usually goes something like this. An initial feeling of isolation leads to feelings of tension and sadness, which makes you focus your attention selectively on negative interactions with others. This makes your thoughts about yourself and others more negative, which then changes your behavior. You begin to avoid social interaction, which leads to more feelings of isolation. This cycle becomes more severe and harder to escape each time. Loneliness makes you sit far away from others in class, not answer the phone when friends call, decline invitations until the invitations stop. Each and every one of us has a story about ourselves, and if your story becomes that people exclude you, others pick up on that. And so the outside world can become the way you feel about it. This is often a slow creeping process that takes years and can end in depression and a mental state that prevents connections even if you yearn for them. The first thing you can do to escape it is to accept that loneliness is a totally normal feeling and nothing to be ashamed of. Literally everybody feels lonely at some point in their life. It's a universal human experience. You can't eliminate or ignore a feeling until it goes away magically, but you can accept that you feel it and get rid of its cause. You can self-examine what you focus your attention on and check if you are selectively concentrating on negative things. Was this interaction with a colleague really negative? Or was it really neutral or even positive? What was the actual content of an interaction? What did the other person say? And did they say something bad, or did you add extra meaning to their words? Maybe another person was not really reacting negatively, but just short on time. Then there are your thoughts about the world. Are you assuming the worst about others' intentions? Do you enter a social situation and have already decided how it will go? Do you assume others don't want you around? Are you trying to avoid being hurt and not risking opening up? And if so, can you try to give others the benefit of the doubt? Can you just assume that they're not against you? Can you risk being open and vulnerable again? And lastly, your behavior. Are you avoiding opportunities to be around others? Are you looking for excuses to decline invitations? Or are you pushing others away preemptively to protect yourself? Are you acting as if you're getting attacked? Are you really looking for new connections, or have you become complacent with your situation? Of course, every person and situation is unique and different, and just introspection alone might not be enough. If you feel unable to solve your situation by yourself, please try to reach out and get professional help. It's not a sign of weakness, but of courage. However we look at loneliness, as a purely individual problem that needs solving to create more personal happiness, or as a public health crisis, it is something that deserves more attention. Humans have built a world that's nothing short of amazing, and yet none of the shiny things we've made is able to satisfy or substitute our fundamental biological need for connection. Most animals get what they need from their physical surroundings. We get what we need from each other. And we need to build our artificial human world based on that. Let's try something together. Let's reach out to someone today. Regardless if you feel a little bit lonely or if you want to make someone else's day better. Maybe write a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Call a family member who's become estranged. Invite a work buddy for a coffee. Or just go to something you're usually too afraid to go to or too lazy to go to, like a D&D event or a sports club. Everybody's different, so you know what's a good fit for you. Maybe nothing will come of it, and that's okay. Don't do this with any expectations. The goal is just to open up a bit, to exercise your connection muscles so they can grow stronger over time, or to help others exercise them. We want to recommend two of the books we read while researching this video. Emotional First Aid by Guy Winch, a book that addresses, among other topics, how to deal with loneliness in a way that we found helpful and actionable. And Loneliness, Human Nature and the Need for Social Connection by John Cacioppo and William Patrick. It's an entertaining and scientific exploration as to why we experience loneliness on a biological level, how it's spread in society, and what science has to say about how to escape it. Links for both books in the video description. Vaccines are celebrated for their part in fighting disease, but a growing group of people seem to believe that they endanger our health instead of protecting it. The internet is full of stories about allergic reactions, the onset of disabilities, and even death following vaccination appointments. And it's true, vaccines can have side effects. Let's look at how they work and how dangerous they really are. Your immune system is a complex army of billions of cells, soldiers, intelligence cells, and weapons factories. Every day you're attacked countless times, but your immune soldiers alone usually deal with that, so you don't even notice. If an infection becomes serious though, our intelligence cells gather intel about the attackers and activate our weapons factories. You know the weapon: antibodies. They're like targeted missiles, produced specifically to combat the invader. Unfortunately, this process takes several days to complete. That gives intruders a lot of time to do damage. Contrary to popular wisdom, what doesn't kill you doesn't make you stronger. Our bodies really don't want to fight serious wars over and over, so our immune system came up with an ingenious way to get stronger and stronger over time. If we fight an enemy that is dangerous enough to trigger our heavy weapons, our immune system automatically creates memory cells. Memory cells remain in our body for years in a deep sleep. They do nothing but remember. When an enemy attacks for a second time, the slumbering memory cells awaken and order coordinated attacks and the production of antibodies. This is so fast and effective that many infections you beat once will never make you sick again. You might even be immune against them forever, which is also why little kids are constantly ill. They don't have enough memory cells yet. And this beautiful natural mechanism is what we build on when we use vaccines. How vaccines work. As great as memory cells are, obtaining them through an infection is unpleasant and sometimes dangerous. Vaccines are a way of tricking our bodies into making memory cells and becoming immune to a disease. They pretend to be a dangerous infection. One way of doing this is to inject invaders that can't do harm, for example by killing them or by ripping them into pieces. Our immune systems deal with these kinds of vaccines pretty easily. Sometimes it's necessary to make our immune system work harder though to produce even more memory cells. Live vaccines are the real deal. An enemy that can punch back is a bigger challenge than a dead one. But this also sounds like a sort of horrible idea. What if the germs win? To avoid that, we breed a sort of weak cousin of the real germ in the lab. Just powerful enough to annoy the immune system and create enough memory cells. Okay, so these are the basic principles of vaccine use. They provoke a natural reaction in our bodies that makes us become immune against very dangerous diseases. Some, like the flu virus, mutate so often that we need a new vaccine every year, but most vaccines protect us for years, or even a lifetime. But there's a catch. Like everything in life, vaccines have another side: side effects. What are they, and what happens if your child develops one? The risks of vaccines. It's complicated to directly compare the side effects of vaccines with the effects of diseases. For example, hundreds of millions of people are vaccinated against measles in the West, but there were only 83,000 cases in Europe in 2018. So with numbers that different, Even mild side effects can seem scary compared to the bad effects of a disease that we don't see as much anymore. Before the measles vaccine became available in 1963, virtually every single child on Earth contracted measles at some point. An estimated 135 million cases in the 1950s, every single year. But are measles really that dangerous in the year 2019 with our advanced healthcare and new technologies? Are they worth the risk of vaccine side effects? Let's do a thought experiment based on real numbers. Imagine a developed country in a parallel world. It has good healthcare, but people stop vaccinating. In this scenario, let's say 10 million children caught measles. What happens? 9,800,000 or 98% will get a high fever and a very unpleasant rash. Up to 800,000 of them, or 8%, will suffer from dangerous diarrhea. 700,000 or 7% will suffer from an ear infection, which can lead to permanent hearing loss. 600,000 kids, or 6%, will suffer from pneumonia, the most dangerous effect of measles. It alone will kill 12,000 children. Up to 10,000 children, or 0.1%, will get encephalitis. 2,500 kids, or 0.025%, will contract SSPE, a disease where the measles virus lingers in their brain and kills them a few years later. Taken together, around 2.5 million children will suffer from somewhat serious effects from measles, and about 20,000 children will be killed by measles. It doesn't stop here, though. The kids who beat measles are left with a severely damaged immune system that needs a lot of time to regenerate. Time for other diseases to do further damage. Aside from that, what's almost guaranteed is that your kids will have a really bad time for about 2 weeks. Okay, but what about vaccines? It's only fair to look at these risks too. So let's repeat our thought experiment, but this time we vaccinate 10 million children with MMR. What would theoretically happen here? After being vaccinated, of our 10 million kids, around 10% get a fever. 500,000 or 5% will get a mild rash. Up to 100 or 0.001% might have a serious allergic reaction and will have to be treated. Up to 10 boys or 0.0001% might get inflammation of the genitalia. And up to 10 kids in total, or 0.0001%, might get the most serious side effect, encephalitis. So we vaccinated 10 million kids. In total, around 120 had side effects that were somewhat serious. Thanks to good medical treatment in developed regions, almost all of them will be fine. What about autism? The connection of autism and vaccines stems from one source that has been disproven countless times. We'll link to further reading and videos in the description. But in 2019, it's fair to say that vaccines do not cause autism. Alright, but what about deaths? It's really hard to say if even a single one of our 10 million vaccinated kids would die. We really did look hard and talk to a lot of different experts. If we ignore self-reporting, we could only come up with a tiny handful of documented cases for all the hundreds of millions of children who received the MMR vaccine since 1971. Measles are many, many thousands of times more dangerous for your child than even the absolute worst case of vaccine side effects. You have to search for lethal vaccine side effects with a huge magnifying glass, and even then it's very hard to find confirmed cases, while deaths from measles are real and easy to find. In 2017 alone, 110,000 people died from measles worldwide. Statistically, today 300 children will die of measles. One since this video started. You can compare vaccines to seatbelts. Are there weird freak accidents where someone gets killed by their seatbelt? Well, yes. But do you personally think it's safer to not put a seatbelt on your kid? Wait a second. What if your kid is actually allergic? What if none of the things we've said applies to your specific situation? In this case, you need to become the greatest vaccination promoter of all. Because if your children can't be vaccinated, only the collective can protect them. This is called herd immunity, and it's the only thing that can protect your unvaccinated child. Herd immunity means that enough people are immune to a disease that it can't spread and dies before it reaches its victims. But to accomplish this for measles alone, 95% of the people around you need to be vaccinated. Conclusion. The problem with the debate about vaccines is that it's not fought on a level playing field. While the pro-vaccine side argues with studies and statistics, the arguments against them are usually a wild mixture of gut feeling, anecdotes and misinformation. And feelings are often immune to facts. We'll not convince anybody by screaming at them, but we can't hide from the reality of what anti-vaccine conspiracies do. They kill babies too young to be vaccinated. They kill healthy children that are just unlucky. They bring serious diseases back from the verge of extinction. And the biggest side effect of vaccines is fewer dead children. Vaccines are one of the most powerful. The world we live in feels normal, ordinary. It feels like this is just how humans exist and always existed. But it's not. Never before have we humans lived in a world as sophisticated and engineered to our needs as today, giving us the luxury to forget about ourselves and not worry about survival. Food, shelter, security, all of this is more or less taken for granted. But we're a special few. For more than 99.99% of human history, life was completely different. And there's no such thing as just one human history. Our story begins 6 million years ago, when the tribe of Hominini split and our relationship with the apes ended. 2.8 million years ago, the genus of Homo, the first humans, emerged. We like to think of ourselves as the only humans, but this is far from the truth. When we, Homo sapiens sapiens, came into existence 200,000 years ago, there were at least 6 other human species around. Cousins of comparable intelligence and ability, which must have been incredibly scary, kind of like living with aliens. Some of them were very successful. Homo erectus, for example, survived for 2 million years, 10 times longer than modern humans have existed. The last of the other humans disappeared around 10,000 years ago. We don't know what caused them to die out. Modern humans have at least a few % of Neanderthal and other human DNA, so there was some mixing, but certainly not enough to be a merger between species. So we don't know if our cousins went away because they lost the battle over resources or because of a series of minor genocides. Either way, only we remain. Back to the beginnings of humanity. 2.8 million years ago, early humans used tools, but did not make a lot of progress for nearly 2 million years. Until they learned to control fire. Fire meant cooking, which made food more nutritious, which contributed to the development of our brain. It also produced light and warmth, which made days longer and winters less gruesome. On top of that, it not only scared predators away, it could also be used for hunting. A torched wood or grassland provided small animals, nuts and tubers that were pre-roasted. From 300,000 years ago, most of the different human species lived in small hunter-gatherer societies. They had fire, wood and stone tools, planned for the future, buried their dead, and had cultures of their own. But most importantly, they spoke to each other, probably in a kind of proto-language less complex than ours. If we had a time machine, how far would we be able to go back, steal a few babies, and raise them today without anyone noticing that they're a bit different? There is much debate. Anatomically modern humans emerged 200,000 years ago, but probably 70,000 years is as far as we could travel back and still snatch a behaviorally modern human. Before that, the babies would probably lack a few crucial gene mutations necessary to build a brain with modern language and abstract thinking abilities. At some point around 50,000 years ago, there was an explosion in innovation. Tools and weapons became more sophisticated, and culture became more complex, because at this point, humans had a multi-purpose brain and a more advanced language to communicate information with each other effectively and down to the last detail. This allowed much closer cooperation and is what really makes us different from any other creature on Earth. Not our comparatively weak bodies and inferior senses, but the ability to cooperate flexibly in large groups, unlike, for example, rigid beehives or intimate but tiny wolf packs. As our brain evolved, we became able to do something life had been unable to do up to this point. 1. Expand knowledge quickly. 2. Preserve the knowledge gained over generations. 3. Build on past knowledge to gain even deeper insights. This seems daft, but until then, information had to be passed on from generation to generation, mostly through genetics, which is not efficient. Still, for the next 40,000 years, human life remained more or less the same. There was little to build upon. Our ancestors were only one animal among many. Building a skyscraper without knowing what a house is hard. But while it's easy to be arrogant in our attitude to our ancestors, this would be ignorant. Humans 50,000 years ago were survival specialists. They had a detailed mental map of their territory, their senses were fine-tuned to the environment, they knew and memorized a great amount of information about plants and animals. They could make complicated tools that required years of careful training and very fine motor skills. Their bodies compared to our athletes today just because of their daily routines, and they lived a rich social life within their tribe. Survival required so many skills that the average brain volume of early modern humans might even have been bigger than it is today. As a group, we know more today, but as individuals, our ancestors were superior to us. But then, around 12,000 years ago in multiple locations, humans developed agriculture. Everything changed very quickly. Before, survival as a hunter and forager required superb physical and mental abilities in all fields from everybody. With the rise of the agricultural age, individuals could increasingly rely on the skills of others for survival. This meant that some of them could specialize. Maybe they worked on better tools. Maybe they took time to breed more resistant crops or better livestock. Maybe they started inventing things. As farming got more and more efficient, what we call civilization began. Agriculture gave us a reliable and predictable food source, which allowed humans to hoard food on a large scale for the first time, which is much easier to do with grains than meat. A food stock required protection,
Yo.
Yo, you ready?
Lobby's open. Yep.
So what's gonna be the agenda for today?
I mean, we can try to find your... Yeah, we can build more of the house. We can find your fire axe. If you want to. I'm down for whatever.
I should be fine with the crossbow we have. I think it's time for us to just become build fiends.
Yeah.
What season are we in? We're in
Seems like it's
fall.
like spring or something, because it's not fall yet, because all the trees are still green.
Oh yeah, I think that was when the first time we played, when it was fall.
Yeah. It's currently 6 o'clock, so it's gonna get dark soon again.
Sheesh.
That's weird. Oh, I guess we didn't sleep. We just saved.
Yeah, we save before we sleep. Or slept. Right. Want to see if this glitch still works?
Sure. Oh, wait, no. Wait, I might have patched it because I only see one here.
Try on that one.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
it's
it
falling
works.
through,
Just fine.
fell through the earth, yeah.
So we'll just do it like right here, I guess.
There we go.
Okay, it still works. We can just do that to make our wood.
I'm gonna create a zip line from the forest. For now, and we can maybe build out this way. I don't know, or should we? Is it
Yeah,
dense?
we can build. We can build up there. Actually, since we have this whole log situation thing now, we could probably just build a big ass house.
I'm gonna put a temporary zip line.
All right.
Are you gonna continue to build over here, or?
Now we can build one higher up on the mountain, and then just connect them with a zip line.
I'm gonna put a zip line pole right here then. We're probably gonna put some stuff in front of here, so I'll probably have it end right here. Know how to use the zip line. I mean, I don't even know how to do it. I'm gonna figure it out.
It should just be like a little highlighted circle when you aim it. Then wherever it's highlighted, that's who we'll link to.
Wait.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Well, it's not great because, uh, well, it's fine.
If it works, it works. Time to get some sleeping. We got a long day of log farming.
Yep. It's got an achievement. What could go wrong? Maybe if it says 10 though, so maybe 10. That's
Yeah,
weird.
probably days.
Has it only been 10 days?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I think we just entered winter.
Yep. I think we got the house built.
No.
What?
Come over here. Start using this log farm.
Look at that. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, because that's all we gotta do. We just gotta keep doing this and it'll multiply.
Oh, I'm hungry and thirsty.
I'm gonna try setting them up over here. Because they seem to just fall through the world if it's on an incline. Oh no, Virginia.
Wait, I thought I gave her my shotgun.
Yeah, I thought you did too.
I swear I did. Here, give it to her again. There you
Oh no, Virginia.
go. Nice. Good girl. Did she kill him?
I think so.
Well, he's not lootable or anything like that. Well, not lootable, but like skin pouch.
Alright, I've learned that the log farm is very dangerous for the AI.
Is it?
Yeah, if they bump into it, they get downed. It does seem like we're getting attacked more frequently now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look for the fireman axe.
Yep. What is bolts going? God damn it.
What, you still getting raided over there?
Yeah. What? Oh.
What?
Oh, I got killed. No. Damn it.
No, not like this.
I shot his face with a crossbow, but it just knocked off his face mask. That's all it did. Okay, I'm gonna respawn. Just, you don't have to come for me. We'll be able to kill him. It's only one guy. So respawned here. I think they did. Weird. Oh, he fucked off.
He probably didn't want any of the heat that Virginia was packing.
No, I went to a camp. Where's our door open? Weird.
Though,
I was wondering why his door was open.
that's kind of weird. I have to pick up the GPS tracker every time whenever I join into the session.
It's weird. Oh, we need to find a can opener. That's what we need.
Oh,
Oh, I forgot we had the
should be in-
chainsaw, dude. What's it all about? Well, I guess we don't really need it.
Yeah, the can opener should be next to where we crashed.
Need to get some hide armor since I don't have any bones right now. Oh, that's fine. I'm cold because there's freaking. Fuck. Who broke our stairs?
What stairs?
Stairs got broken somehow.
Where inside
The ramp, I mean, the ramp up to the,
to the second floor?
yeah.
You just take the rope.
No. Sorry, I mean the, first floor. I mean, like, outside. The entrance.
Oh, outside. Yeah, they probably stole that thing.
We really have to make it better. There we go. Oh, he's attacking. Oh no, he killed freaking Kelvin. Get out of here, asshole.
Kelvin, no.
Get out of the house, asshole. You're not allowed there. A fucking arrow went right over his head? How? The hit detection's a little bit sketch. I'll say that much. You fucker. Like, crossbow bolts just disappear sometimes. Like, where'd it go? I shot him in the head, but, like, it's not in his head.
It can be pretty sketch. Oh, I found the fire axe. Art.
Oh, there it is. They break stuff so easily in this place, dude. Yeah, we need to work on a fucking fortification on the outside, because they're just gonna keep on wrecking everything.
Yeah, we should be able to make a fence, like an actual wood fence, not like the stick fence. Well, I'm heading on back, so I'll be able to help with that.
House is kind of broken now. I don't understand what's going on here. Come on. Something weird happened here at the door. I can't put this log in to fix it. What the fuck? Does it need repairing? Is that what's going on? Hold on. We need the repair tool.
We finally found the use of the repair tool.
Yeah, make one. Man, God. buggy as shit grabbing stuff from inventory sometimes. Oh, that's what happened. It was just me repairing.
Nice. I'm guessing the cannibals just smacked it around.
Yeah. More
Okay, what the
guys
hell?
hanging around here.
I was just walking around, I heard a gunshot, and I just see Virginia walking across the river just shooting cannibals.
Yeah. God damn it, dude. The melee combat is not good in this game. It's about as jank as it gets.
Yeah, it's pretty jank. You just gotta make sure that you're using a weapon that you can actually defend with.
Well, no, even then, they don't telegraph things properly. You just have to kind of cheese in order to win fights. Like, it's in early access, so it's forgivable, but still. Dude! Every time I try to freaking do something, someone comes up and tries to fight me. What the dude! Ah, it's so annoying! He's hitting me through the fucking wall and door! God.
Cannibals going crazy. Well, I'm almost back so I can help defend.
Like, it's full on bugged. Like, he keeps on spawning there. I swear to God, if I lose another fucking bolt, because he keeps on fucking spawning, oh my God. Dude, this guy just spawned in the ground. Or he died in the ground. I can't get my bolt back. What's like more annoying is if you move them, like it despawns the fucking bolt, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's dumb as shit, dude.
Oh my god, that works too? Okay. Alright, Nell, I don't need you anymore for log farm.
Oh, you just hit it or something?
Nah, come over here. Look at this jank I can do since I'm not the host. Yes, sir, working as intended.
Oh, we need to build fences.
Yep.
Reinforced structures. Fence. I mean, we want like a defensive wall, not a fence. Wall. Here we go. That's like no, that's like a wall for a freaking house. Damn it.
Yeah, we just do this over here. We just get a log, set it up, and then
Oh,
chop
okay.
it.
Oh, cool, cool. Okay. How do you make the freaking book go away again? Just choose something and then stop it.
You just press B.
Oh, B. That's right.
B as in the damn book. I feel like I should fix this wall. It's already crooked.
What's the point of making them cut at the top? Is it just for like looks, or is it actually do something?
I think it's just like so that they can't climb on top of them.
Oh, good point. Good point. You're looking at the two walls here. If I can.
That makes
Oh,
some more
no.
logs.
It really is very particular about how it goes together.
Yeah.
I'll make more logs. As 2023.
Yep. It's the future of lumberjacking, apparently. Hopefully I don't absolutely oh shit. Oh, I'm dead. I got trapped in the logs. Kill this cannibal, please. He's taking our logs.
Where?
he
Oh, I
ran
see him.
off.
What an asshole. There's one over here too. I'm making a wall because of you, asshole. At least it only takes one shot anywhere with a crossbow to kill them. Like, it doesn't even... You don't have to go for headshots with it. Like, the normal guys without armor, it's one shot dead.
Thank you, crossbows, for being useful. Since we're putting up this wall, I can put a zip line to the roof. Just make a little cubby hole.
Yeah.
I can get up to the second floor to the roof.
Oh, we got a big boy.
Big boy.
Headshot him.
Oh,
Probably still alive though. Good job.
I'll chop them up for dinner.
We should put him on the fire for bone armor.
Yeah, sure. But let me just cut his arms and legs up so we can actually have some food.
Yeah.
I can't pick up his legs, he's too heavy. I can't even pick up his body. That man is too thick. Yes, sir. Working as intended. Alright, I made a lot more.
Oh, did we break the zip line?
Yeah, I think I broke it with that last log I
That's
put
alright,
down.
that's alright. Yeah. Ow! What the fuck?
Oh, what the hell? What the fuck? Did that log just hurt you?
Yes, it did.
Well, it seems like we can't put the logs on this slope.
Okay. Make it work. I can. Oh, the slope? Yeah, we'll just have to build outward from it. Figure something out here. Might have to make a adjustment here. Yeah, we can make this work.
Kevin, buddy, I need you to get out of my way. Oh, I think he's following you now.
Move out of the way, Kevin! Fucking Kevin! Go! Away! Why are you standing right there of all places? What's wrong with you, asshole? Oh, this might just work. How do you make a door? As?
Huh?
How do you make a door?
You chop it down from the bottom to second top. I can barely see this tiny little circle when I look far out into the distance. I need like a magnifying glass.
Hi, Virginia.
Well, that works.
Then what do you do for a door?
You just pick up a log and then you put it in there.
Oh. It's dark out.
Yeah, I gotta get a nap.
That'll work, I guess. Got it coming, sorry.
No problem.
Oopsies.
Back to building.
Kevin, get out of the way! This guy's an asshole. I hate him so much. Go do something useful.
With this newfound power of logs, I'm gonna make another building. Alright, Mel, so what's your dream cabin now that we can just do this?
Oh. I'm just finishing up our fence over here. Virginia, what are you doing over here? No, I told you never come over here.
Oh, well, there's a guy who snuck up right behind me.
Are you dead?
Yep.
Where are you? I'll come with you. Oh, there's a guy right in the wall. Oh, he's climbing it! You're right, he climbs! Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me stop this guy from destroying our place. An asshole.
He's gonna respawn. I wonder where I'm gonna pop up.
He's attacking Virginia! He killed Virginia, what an asshole! Okay, lights don't really hurt him that much. Wait, are you about to die? Wait, come on.
No, I'm
You died
already
already? Oh, my bad.
dead. No, no worries. I want to see if it would feed me, and it did not.
Why is Virginia laying in the snow? Virginia,
Uh,
it's not a comfortable place to be.
No. She probably likes being cold. What, they were climbing the fence?
Oh, Dash. Dash is here. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on here? I thought I saw a Dash symbol. Like, what the fuck?
Damn, he's here, but he ain't in the call. For shame.
What an asshole. There
Don't
he
you
is.
talk about my sister like that?
What can
Well, I don't
say?
know your
She's
sister, but I'm sure she's a lovely lady.
Damn, you guys got a lot of building done though too.
Well, we just started actually. We didn't build it all last night. Az has a log exploit he's using. I don't condone it, but I play along with it.
Yeah, because
Well,
apparently
I mean, he's gonna provide them logs.
I mean, you can do it too, Dash. Come over.
I mean, this doorway entrance from the gate is kind of jank, but you know, it's like hard to build on slopes. We better just remove that door altogether. Actually, no, we can't because we can't put a spiked entrance there. I don't know. It's kind of the way it
You're
is.
building a second fucking house over here too. What the shit?
Yeah, dude, might as well.
We got a
all the
zip line.
need.
I think that's probably good enough. Can they climb over this, you think? Should I make this higher? The doorway from the gate?
Maybe. Probably
could
just put like
test.
a tiny roof on it.
Yeah, I'll put a little more on there. Yeah, I don't think we can climb that. That'd be kind of crazy. Oh, look at this spot. Look at this cheese. Yeah, I just spawned a bunch of them just doing this. Wait, no. Fun. That was weird. You hold a little log and like try to draw out them from the storage. It makes a bunch, I guess. I don't know. It's like it seems like there's a lot of resource like exploits in this.
Well, that's the last of my logs. Time to make more.
Oh god, spider! A spider's here! The
Oh,
fuck?
they're finally out in the world.
Hit detection is not the best. Like, I'm having my bolts, like, evaporate to nothing. We need to go find a can opener.
No, Kelvin.
But
He stole my log.
Giving him the stack.
No. Now I'm gonna starve.
Already at work feeling him.
I need more logs to fuel the armory. Now you're trying to join me in making it. Let's make enough that it crashes the server. Can't even reach it.
Yeah, can't reach it anymore.
I'm completely buried.
are you guys playing with logs?
No. Give you that idea. Can't see us under this pile. What are you talking about?
Why'd you guys kill Kelvin? What did he ever do to you?
Kill Calvin. What? One of the logs fall on?
Yeah. Oh no, he's fine. Actually, never mind.
Oh, he's taking a break.
He was seemed like he was down for a second. I'll be right back. One sec.
Uh, can't believe that actually hurts. Where did that log just go?
To the moon.
Did you make that wall to prop yourself against it?
Had to try to, but that didn't work.
Yeah, the force of the logs are too much. They just push you out no matter what.
I have eggs. What else is in here, Anura? Just eggs? And cheese? Oh, cool.
Virginia, watch out. It's dangerous.
There we go. Oh, oh, no, maybe not. Fuck. That didn't work either. Too long.
Oh, I did not mean to do that. Okay, goodbye log.
Oops.
I wonder if I can do this.
I made some stick and rock storages by the cabin.
Nice. Sounds like Virginia's shooting someone. Oh no, Virginia's down.
It's fine. Should be just fine. More guys. What is that?
More.
Oh. Weirdo. Oh, he shot off his mask. Nice. I shot should work. Go ahead. Nice.
Oh yes, I did just commit a war crime. How did you know? God, Dash is being consumed by all the logs.
Just got an achievement city planner. Look. Like your concept here. What is this? Either a toilet or an escape route?
Could be an escape route. Or it could be the only way to get in here. Actually, that could probably work. Oh yeah, we got big plans here.
You're actually doing it now.
Whee!
Excuse me while I eat my daily cat food.
Is it a trap for enemies?
Nah. It's just a house.
No, no, I mean like the entrance goes into a pit.
I mean, it could be.
I mean, I'm no like, you know, a house critic or anything, but typically when you enter a house, there shouldn't be a hole in the floor.
Don't worry, it's a new prototype.
Okay. I'm open to it. Wow, if only building houses was really like this, is lugging logs up to the roof and just going up there to build the rest. I'm gonna have him fill the stick holder.
What the fuck did I just do there? It's a weird weird ass animation. I don't know what the hell I added to that.
Oh, I think they're just like
Oh.
supports, aren't they? Oh wait, never mind.
Ew, tiny
What is
lock.
the can opener?
Should be in a cave next to where we crash landed.
Is someone on the left side of it doing it? Fuck. It's a small log. It's the left side, not the right side.
Worth it for the price of architecture. Alright, I should be good on logs for this floor. Thank you.
You guys have any skulls? For my backpack?
Yeah, I got a few skulls.
From you. I don't know how to get up to you. Can you put some in my backpack and I want to make some lamps inside.
Yeah, sure, hold on. Let me just raise these things up. So, you said you want head, right?
Heads. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Can't believe it's so dark at 7 o'clock.
Daylight savings times be crazy. Oh, we got cannibals.
Dash is over here having log babies. Yeah, I see him. I'll dispatch them.
Get off my lawn.
Seems like a 50-50 shot that like my fucking bolt will just go through them or something. I have no idea where they go sometimes. It's really annoying. The moonlight's so bright, look. It was dark, now it's like bright because the moon came up. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. He's running. He's resistant.
There's a runner.
Dude, you know what I could really go for right now?
What?
McDonald's Sprite.
Oh, fuck yeah. Burn all the bodies. I got a lot brighter all of a sudden. Oh, it's so weird. Like the cloud cover, like the moon's actually a light source. It's not just artificial. That's cool. I don't think I've ever noticed that in a game before.
Moon technology.
Moon technology. Have so many fucking skin bags open.
Just to let you guys know that if you ask me what I'm currently building, I would not be able to give you an answer.
Sometimes just building is soothing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 1 a.m. We probably should turn in, huh?
As in, you guys are going to bed?
No, I meant
For
like
real?
no, I meant like change it to tomorrow. Change the day.
Yeah, my guy's pretty tired. I got like no stamina whatsoever.
Alright, I'm following the stakeholder a little bit. What the fuck?
Veg.
We require bed. We require rest.
Stop beating your wood and go veg. Say, Stax is not listening. I guess we pull out the time bomb.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I was fixing the freaking room.
Time to slurp from the river of life. What's Kelvin doing?
Collecting sticks, putting them on the rack.
Okay. I was about to put him on fish duty.
It's fine too. Oh, babies are inside the house somehow. How?
Yep, there goes the baby. How, how did they even get in there?
I don't know. Probably spawned on top of me. Game wants to be AIDS. Let's spawn the babies on top of the player. Ho, 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 ho. Quality game design. I swear they like spawned right on top of me. I already broke something in here, of course, too. Oh, nice. How do I find my way back to the, I want to go to the can opener.
Yeah, I was just
purple
about to leave for that as well. I just wanted to make a little bone pit.
Oh, yeah, nice. There's a body over here we can throw in there, too. Spider coming up on us. Did it?
I was ready to blast it with the shotgun.
Dash was like, I'm having none of that right now.
Alright, let's see. I need to export channel. Ready to leave, Stacks?
Yeah.
She's following me. I don't know if we want her to follow me.
He kind of does what she pleases.
Yeah, I guess she's following. Well, that's unfortunate.
Can't really give her orders.
Yeah. Uh,
She's already respawned somewhere.
interesting. After she dies, she's not supposed to come back.
Oh, she's with us, but the GPS tracker isn't very accurate. Doesn't seem to always work.
True.
Yeah, it's here somewhere, I think.
Yeah, right next to this tent.
I'm gonna open up my cans. What are you doing up there, Dash?
Gonna slide down it.
Oh, wow.
See how much speed I can get. Right, I've summited. Oh, fucking ledge stopped me. No.
I actually see all the way up there. Wow. Here you come.
Be at base.
Okay, he just runs into a wall and he tries to actually, like, bring stuff to the freaking thing. Should probably put it outside.
Yeah,
Let's
the
not leave
door.
sticks. Ambitious, look at this. Damn.
No, you don't have to run all the way up here. You can just put on the zip line.
Oh, you made a zip line.
Hilden CMD Arcoligos. Thanks for subscribing. Why people play early access of Finland Simulator?
Yeah. What's building? Where you been, buddy? Hope you've been well, dude. Yeah, just playing some forest. How's everything going? How's the little one?
Padawan doing nicely. Though our food budget got limited to only €200 per week.
Oh, really? How come?
Other families seem to only use like €120 for they also visit other stores to buy food with their own coins.
Oh. I'll do it for you. You can just go over there and build.
I need more logs.
Gotta go now.
Where are you going? As I have just a video. Well, I have just a video for both you guys. Since we're dealing with logs.
The log dream.
Alright, I want you both to go over to Tide Stacks and enjoy this video.
No, the Ren and Stimpy show.
You want a toy?
Haven't seen that in forever.
You'll like this one.
Motorbike?
No.
This is as the kid.
A video game?
No!
Well, okay. You pick a toy.
I want log. Boy, oh boy.
Yes, log. All kids love log.
What rolls downstairs, the motor and pairs, rolls over your neighbor's dog. What's great for a snack and fits on your back? It's log, log, log. It's log, log. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's log, log.
from Blammo.
Log from Blemmo. You both are so industrious.
What can we say? We like efficiency. So is this area gonna be our lumber mill?
Yeah.
Apparently so. Or wood. Work.
Something we doing?
Stop poking me.
Alright, I'm gonna ride with the logs.
Good job, Virginia. Oh, we got spider guy. Out.
Alright, after I finish making these walls, I'm gonna log off for the night.
Yeah, I might go watch some Orville before I go to bed. Oh, god damn it. That was my own fault.
Yeah, my cat's trying to tell me it's time for bed.
Well, cats don't know anything, so don't listen to your cat. Cats only know two things, actually. They know to eat and to sleep.
Exactly. So I should listen to the little animal that's telling me to sleep. Because they know when it's prime sleeping time. I'm actually really surprised at how well this zip line is working.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we got this pretty much pipelined here, so...
Happened. Oh, it got damaged by that thing.
Just gonna leave.
You have a repair hammer? I haven't made one yet.
I do, yeah. Here.
Who makes a repair hammer?
Someone needs to repair things.
Something is still broken.
You sure it's because I wasn't I was standing in the way? Is that why? Yeah.
No. Something is wrong with it. I guess break it and fucking put it back together?
Maybe this was in the way?
Oh, the top log is no longer registered as anchored. That's what it is. Oh, fuck. I just broke the damn zip line.
Ow! You
Oh, sorry.
lost Dash!
I was trying to
You're
put it in the
ruining
corner so they wouldn't
everything.
roll down.
I know.
The pipeline, it's broken.
Here, let me get my little rope gun out, and we'll rope it on up.
Oh no, our cable. It's broken.
There we go.
operational again.
Well, not, at least now we know how to build pretty efficiently to make another house.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much record timing right there.
I feel like we could speed run a mansion if we wanted to. Alright, what is Huh, so I can just grab it to the floor.
A lot of wood over here, buddy. Oh boy.
That's the last of it.
I throw it in the wood. Ow! Let's see what happened there.
My bad.
No, it's okay.
Trying to put one at the same time and it
I
took
know,
the
I
other
know.
long. This fucking game in the log physics. Such a chunky sound too.
You guys gotta watch the log video after this.
Oh, I watched it. I have your stream open.
Oh, cool. Az is the log kid. He wants log, nothing else. He just wants log. He doesn't want a bike. He doesn't want a video game. He just wants logs.
Alright.
It's better than that. It's good.
Streamlining is over.
You're like overflowing with logs up there, buddy?
Yeah. Too efficient. I'm gonna send some back down. Here for your next housing project.
That actually kind of stacks them nicely in this enclosure. Could use some work though.
It's the weirdest bug when like it will put you somewhere else after you open your inventory. It's so funny.
Yeah, that's part of the sled bug.
Oh. Well, he's still gathering sticks. He just gets stuck sometimes. Man, he's gotten a lot of sticks. Holy shit.
Oh, that's the last of the log zipper. Alright, next time we play, we can try making the 5th floor.
If do you mean 50th?
Yeah, just make it reach the heavens.
Guys ready? As you done?
Yeah.
Time for the Orville.
Need to save.
Yeah, saving.
Go.
Everyone saved?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Good progress. I mean, the whole new
Right.
house got built, pretty much.
Hold up. Before you.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I left. Sorry.
It's all
What's
good.
up?
I was gonna show you the how to do that sled bug thing, but it's all good.
Oh. Damn, that was weird.
Hell yeah, my game crashed.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it gets weird when I go back to menu sometimes. Like, really weird.
But alright, good session, guys.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Yeah.
Good night.
GG's. Take it easy.
Good night.
GG's. Good night.